Number 5.
Number 5 base locations. So the number 1 base ever is the volcano base.
Volcano, pew 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 pew.
Volcano base. Now the reason why the volcano base, and this is like where I think I spent so much of my time, is basically base building, all that stuff. I've done so much of that crap, and this is the best spot ever. It's like the dream spot because not only is a volcano all flat land, like all of it's flat. There's not really any height differences. All of the high level resources are here. You have your obsidian here. You have your stone here. You have your metal here, and it's all within walking distance. Like there's no other spot.
So much metal. Which literally, there's like 30 rocks just around here.
Yeah. There's no other spot in the whole arc
in the
world,
whole
like
universe.
This. Yes, the whole universe. And the main thing, which is the best, is when you start to get up into the really high tiers, or actually just in the mid tiers, you can just put tons of refining forges on like a foundation like this, like just have them be all the way around the foundation, like what we used to have like over here, but we got rid of them because we have industrial forges.
Oh yeah, forges.
At the mid game and the early game, just have tons of refining forges around your foundation. And then all you have to do, it's so easy. All you have to do, mine this metal rock over here, get your weight up a little bit. Nice. Get your weight up a little bit. And
Good
then
use
all
of resources.
and
Sorry.
And it's fine. And just go and put them in these forges, and then you just all you have to do is hit E, and then they'll just start mining. But once you get to the advanced stage, like we have 3 industrial forges. And when we fill these
we used to call it the beast because we could never keep up with them, and now we have 3.
Yes. Yeah, now we have 3. The main reason is we have charcoal and stuff that we need gunpowder for. But when we actually filled up all 3 of these forges with metal, and that's how we have our 13K bullets. So, and that's the main reason why you just want to be here. It's great for bullets. It's great for assault rifles. It's great for any kind of guns, the engrams, the compound bows, like all the high level stuff. You want to be here. This is this place to be. If you
not only that, but even if you're like, you want to get like really good animals, like there's really high level Rexes here, really high level RGs, Sabertooths, everything you need. And here's the best part, in my opinion, is that this metal's great, but there's other mountains that have the metal, and they have the RGs, and they have the Sabertooths. But the main reason why I love this place so much is because you fly over you fly over this hill right here, and bam, fucking cave right there. That's the cave we were just at, with all of that, all of those scorpions, all that everything. All you have to do is just pick up your Sabertooth using an RG, drop him off in the cave, put your RG inside the base so he doesn't die, and you're golden. And the cherry on top is sometimes supply crates just come to you. Like this beacon just spawned right on top of me. So
the great thing is you just put your Sabertooth over there, get all your 10K chitin, and chitin's very, very light, so you just bring that back over here. You have all the stone you can need, and then you just spam cementing paste. And that's just this base is just beautiful. It has everything you can ever ask for. It even has wood, like
right there.
In a volcano. Like there's like a forest right next to it, and it also has access to oil and silica pearls because there's the Arctic right next door. It literally has everything. Like there's nothing that this base doesn't have.
You get a good RG, which you can obviously get because you're on the volcano, who's good at movement speed, and then you just go to the Arctic, get your silica pearls and oil, level up some weight, get the wood you need, and you're golden. Hell, there's even some trees going down, and there's crystal too, which I actually forgot to mention. But crystal's fucking awesome because you can get the rare mushrooms, and then you don't even have to leave your base to eat.
And rare flowers as well for mind wiping potions.
Yeah.
So there's literally everything here that you can ever need. There's only one drawback to the volcano mountain, and that's if you look at our base right now. What animals do we have here? We have a Sabertooth, and all the rest are flyers. It's not very a animal, quote-unquote, friendly base. It's kind of hard to bring all your Rexes up here, all your, your main animals up here, it's just a pain. It's not like you can't do it, but it is more painful. So I would say to just have this be your main fortress, and then just have a secondary base in like the redwood or something like that that has all your animals, or like a cage for all your animals. So in the open. So that's my point. But the volcano base is the best base for any kind of resource management. And I think that's going to be concluded for number 5 or number 4.
Number 4. All right, next up.
Number 5.
Number 3. Secondary
number
bases.
3.
Wait, no, that's not what we're doing.
Well, this isn't a secondary base. It's just this would be the defensive building designs.
Correct. So
over here, Tyler.
I'm just doing a screenshot of this whole base. Don't worry about my camera angles.
Oh, I will. This is Tyler stole this design off me, but he was the one who built these. And our auto turrets aren't working, but
they're turned off.
Yeah, they're turned off. But anyways, this is a basic defensive. Another flare. Need another one. This is a basic defensive strat that I think is very good. You just kind of have like these towers, probably a little bit higher up, but these are just for passive dinos coming in our building, but not for raiding. But a really good design is just have a foundation, and then have some wooden walls, or not wooden, metal walls go up, then have like a ladder, and then at the top have a design exactly like this. Have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, and then put the
hatch on top.
Yeah, put the hatch on top, and then you want to put the auto turret in the middle. Another flare.
I don't have another one.
Damn it! But anyways, it's just kind of the it gives the you can't just RPG the auto turrets then, because there's all these walls, and it has a 360 angle as well. So these are just
so one of the major things is that I used to do is, when designing these kind of turret stations, was use a originally what I did is I used a metal pillar, and that was fine for going against animals that would walk into my base. But the problem is that an RPG pointed at the middle of it, your RPG can't shoot downwards. So it could literally shoot the pole going up and then destroy it. Your RPG or your auto turret would fall, and then you lose it. So what I would probably do is, like he said, make it out of metal walls going up, use a ladder, and it's going to be a little bit more costly, but I think you'll be fine. You also want to semi-step these out so that you can set 1 to low range, and then have 2 in front of it that are at medium, and then another one in front that's at long range. That way, all of your RPGs, whatever the angles are, the auto turrets will aim at the RPGs and usually destroy them before they reach anything. And you have 1 long range to shoot any people that are in range. So that's usually what you want to do. You want to make sure you have covering angles of low and medium and high range turrets.
And usually, whenever we build bases, we just have a floor, like a specific floor of just all windows, like the entire bay, that level is just all filled with the windows, and we just have every auto turret have a window. So. And those are all on low range, just in case they get through all these towers.
No, I would caddy step those as well. I would have some medium, some high, some low. But that's only that's going to be your middle defense. Your outer defense needs to be these podiums that you put around your base, and that's really going to defend against outward people. And if they can get through that or find a hole to get through, that's when the floor of auto turrets would come into play.
But you also have to realize too is I forgot is you have to have these towers out and what your base should be is walls of behemoth gates. So we have a behemoth gate right here. It's a stone one, but you want to have the metal ones, and you want to put these all around your base. That way they can't get in ever.
Well, you want to start with the stone quality ones, the reinforced ones, and then work your way up to upgrading them to metal, because you can upgrade for free over topping the stuff. You don't need to keep respending everything. But what another thing is that, as you can see here, There is no actual fourth wall on this cage because, and you can do this with your actual base, is have one entire wall just be a behemoth gate, because one wall has way more health than a normal wall. A behemoth gate has much more health than a regular wall would have. This one has 10,000. The behemoth gate has 12,500. Because all someone needs to do is C4 through one of your walls, and then they're into your base. So you might as well put the biggest, walls on the outside. And
for example, sorry.
I was just going to say, for example, we used to actually do this and then have another set of 4 behemoth walls surrounding the building on the outside. So there would actually be 2 behemoth gates you have to get through to get to the front door.
Also, what we usually did if we had a building, this is just our basic cage, but if this was like our base, we would have a behemoth gate here, then another behemoth gate, then another behemoth gate, so 3 behemoth gates for the door, and then we would have 3 behemoth gates going out for just the walls, so 3 behemoth gates on every single side. Oh, what the heck is hitting our thing? Oh, that's oh god, there's an RG over here.
What the fuck? Why? How did an RG? No, that's our RG, bro. Killing a raptor.
Oh, they're killing a raptor. I was like, what the heck?
I don't know.
Anyways, continuing on what I was saying.
He's dead.
That's basically.
That's why we built the auto turrets, by the way.
Yes.
But
so
of
that
course,
crap doesn't happen.
Gas. We ran out of gas, so the auto turrets are down. But anyway.
Yes. Anyways, yes, that because we need our Sabertooth to have gas in it, right?
Yes, because he runs off of oil and gas.
Anyway, so that's basically building 101, or
you also have to remember that you start off small with as much as you can afford, one behemoth gate, or just walls, and then slowly upgrade. Because if you try and do too much too fast, you're just going to leave your base wide open. So you slowly progress. You build a couple auto turrets, 1 behemoth gate, and slowly work your way up. You don't want to just go all in on all behemoth gates and then not build any auto turrets. Because all you do then is just say, well, you're just going to waste a lot of C4 to get to my stuff, rather than you have to actually fight for it with the auto turrets, behemoth gates, everything.
And if you're doing small scale, I would just say make a small metal shack, kind of a small metal shack. It's not that expensive. And then maybe have like 2 auto turrets inside your base.
Yeah, don't ever, if you only have 1 or 2 auto turrets, put them on the inside. Because if people see a metal house with auto turrets on the outside, that means you have good stuff. If you can afford to make auto turrets and fill them with bullets, you have good stuff. So put them on the inside. Yes. People won't think to raid you at that point.
And the main thing why I put them on the inside rather than on the outside is when they see a metal base with auto turrets, they're going to RPG those auto turrets right down if you don't have any like the walls like that, because you're just starting out. But if you have them on the inside, it's much harder to RPG them. And by the time they realize, oh, okay, I made it through the base, and they see forward your door, they're already taking all that bullet damage, and they might die just from that.
More than likely, they've come down through the top because you have a behemoth gate on the outside, and once you fall into someone's base, you're not getting out. So auto turrets just slaughter them.
All right, I think that's going to conclude the defensive building design.
Defensive building. The next one. Welcome back for number 2, right? Yeah, 2.
Number 2. Yeah, yes, it's number 2, Tyler.
I don't remember. All right, 2. All right, so as you can see here, there's this. We already showed you the pen, and that we call that the love shack, and that's where we put all of our breeding animals. The reason why we have to have a specific shack for them is because in order for them to start breeding, they have to be A, close enough, and B, set to wander. So we made a very small shack where these Rexes can walk around in, but still be close enough to actually mate with each other. So you just put them in there, set them to wander, and then they start laying baby eggs.
Make sure whenever you're breeding animals, you find the animals being naturally high leveled. Because
of course. So what happens when you actually breed 2 parents together is that it randomly assigns stats from the 2 parents to the offspring. So that's why if you have like 3 babies, they're all going to be different level with usually different stats, because they're randomly getting them from their parents. And they recently added random mutations, but that's extremely rare, obviously, as it says. So you won't usually run into that problem. And then once you have the baby egg, you'll notice that it has health, and it will rapidly lose health out in the out in the pen. So you need to make a building like we have here, 3x3, and then you put
5x5.
You made it 5x5.
Yes.
I think I told you 3x3.
1, 2,
yeah, I know you 3. Made it 5x5 now, but it's supposed to be 3x3.
No, you said 5x5. You said 5x5.
Well, this is actually probably better because 3x3 probably wouldn't fit the Rexes. But anyway, you build a small shack like this, and then you have these air conditioning units. You need to have 9 air conditioning units, and then 1 in the center. So I should be, but I forgot. That way, that no matter where you put the eggs down, they're at the perfect temperature that they need to be at. And Rexes need to be at a very, very particular temperature in order to actually hatch from the egg. That's why we had 9 air conditioning units in here. If we were doing dodos, you would need 1 air conditioning unit, essentially.
They're just very, very picky about the temperature. But I would just say, as long as you have 9, then you can just basically have any animal you want.
Almost any, yeah, of course.
Almost any. And we have these feeding troughs here because eventually when the...
Okay, so what happens is after you get them, after you've gone down the interval and they hatch, you need to feed them by hand. So you put 5 meat in, he eats it, put 5 more, and he eats like a fucking truck. So you need to rapidly, so you'll need 2 people to do it. One just feeding them, and then the second person going out and getting the meat. So, and then once they hit adolescence, which is after about half an hour to an hour of eating, and you'll notice because once they're at 10% of their max weight that they can hold inside of them, then they'll go into adolescence. So with that, then you can start feeding them out of these troughs. So you put raw meat in there. Holy, that's a lot of spoiled meat. You put raw meat in there, and then they're good. You can put them outside next to the troughs, and then they're good. And if you don't take them out of this building, though, they will get stuck, and you have to tear down your walls, and that's not fun.
Yeah, that sucks. But the main thing is, the reason why we have the troughs is that whenever they are adolescents and they can eat on their own, you just take them out, and then that way you can just, watch YouTube, do something, and just wait for the animals to mature. Or, mine metal at the metal base that we just told you about, or anything like that.
Just do busy work and wait for them to finish maturing. And so that's the basics of breeding and hatching. And the reason why you do this, and that sounds like a lot of work, and it is, because to go to fucking over here to laying an egg to babying them, it takes about 10 hours, I would say. 8 hours for them to mature, and then an hour to actually lay the egg and get everything ready. The reason why you do this is because with 2 level 120 Rexes, you will have unlimited supply of amazing Rexes. Just all you have to do is put the time in, and you have a new Rex. Whereas if you were to go out in the wild right now, I would be surprised if we found a Rex. So what we had to do for days was just go around to every Rex, kill them if they weren't 120, and then keep going to the next one. And
it took us around a whole week's worth of time to get one 120 level Rex.
Yeah.
So it takes a long time, but once you have the parents, just make sure they don't die. And for the Rexes, so they shouldn't.
Yeah, people usually don't mess with pens of animals because there's just no point in it. You can usually leave those at stone. If you want to upgrade them to metal, you can, just to be sure. But if you make them metal, people are going to be curious as to what they are. So don't do metal.
I think the one final thing is, if you do want to, I think the most efficient is to have 2 people. One person getting the meat and the other guy's getting the eggs and putting them in, and then you have all that. But if you do want to do it solo, for those people who don't, have a person, like me and Tyler play this game pretty religiously, so we always have 2 people. But if you do want to do that, just what you got to do ahead of time is get your meat ahead of time, and then just put a fridge in your shack. And then that way you just have all your meat that you need at a cool temperature, and that way it won't spoil, and then you'll have all the meat you need. Just remember, you're going to have around, I would say, 10K?
Yeah, for one.
Around 10K per Rex, and a lot of people were like, "How? What?" Yes,
That's where the
we didn't
saber-tooth
think
comes in.
when we first bred stuff, which was actually quite recently too. When we really started breeding stuff like heavily, yeah, we didn't know, and I think how many baby Rexes died? 3.
3 Rexes, and well, we had twins out of 1 egg, which can happen. We had twins, so 3 Rexes died, and a penguin baby died.
Yeah, so just make sure you have the meat if you're going to solo it. This is the main reason. And all right, okay, I think we're going to be going on to the next one.
Well, real quick, I just want to talk about another thing. Is not a lot of people know about farming, and this is real quick because it's not important at all.
Oh, okay.
A Bronto will get you way more berries. The only thing you need farming for is for rockerids and other stuff like that. But just do it 3x3. Have these sloped roofs. Have the water tanks above each of them. And then you're good. Make sure it's by water so you can have them. Super glitchy, as you can see as well. But yeah, and then fertilize them. So, oh, real quick, we use this Fiomia over here somewhere. Did he die? Oh, there he is.
Poop factory.
Yeah, poop factory. You get on him. You use your macro keys we've taught you about earlier to spam stim berries, and as you can see, that was 10 poop that he just pooped out instantly. Yeah. You put the poop inside of these bins over here, put a little thatch in there, you get some fertilizer out, and then take the fertilizer over, put them in there, put the seed in, and then you'll start getting your carrots and everything else that you need. So. And
the main thing is when you do have the farm, you can have narco berries, which gets you narcotics really easily, and the main thing is what he did say are the carrots and stuff like that, because there are certain animals that you need to have stews and stuff like that, and the only thing that's going to have that is the rare plants.
Oh, yeah,
the only way
for like the enlightenment broth and just for the enlightenment broth, you definitely need the carrots and everything like that.
It's pretty much, and in order to get those carrots and stuff like that, you get them from, you have to grow them. There is no other solution. All right, that was a good tip. Just talk about the farming.
Yep.
So,
all right, so we'll see you guys for the final one. Number one,
the thing that you've all been waiting for. The thing that is the most...
Sorry, I was trying to do drum roll.
We are going to talk about one of the major elements of the game, which is taming.
Well, actually, the number one that you came here for was XP. We're going to show you.
Yeah, the number one was XP, but I mean, taming kind of goes with it. So with taming, there's 3 things for taming. There's the
3 things for taming.
3 things for taming. First, you have narcotic arrows, narcotic darts, and then the new stuff, which is the main thing. Which are, what are those called?
The trank darts and the shocking trank darts.
The shocking trank darts. We actually this is kind of a side note thing with the taming. Everyone kind of knows how to tame. It's kind of easy. But with the shocking darts, we just tamed a Quetzal, I think, 2 days ago. What did it take? Like 15? Yes.
Well, it took 1 for you. Well, that was only a regular trank dart. You'll wake up eventually.
Yes, you headshotted me though. But anyways, it took around like 15 darts for the Quetzal, which is really, really good. It's around
it's usually about 50, honestly. And then way more. It's like 100 plus for trank arrows, but 15. Yeah. And the best part about it is all you need to make them is you just need the jelly. Here, I'm going to go see if there's actually a jellyfish out there. I doubt it. No, there's definitely not. But there's usually jellyfish out in the water you can see at night specifically. And you go out there, you shoot them with your arrows, and then harvest them. And you get the... you get a certain kind of jelly. I can't remember what it's called right now. And that just makes... That's what makes them. Everything else is just kind of extra. So I think they're really, really... really awesome. You know, you can usually knock out a low-level Rex or something with 1 or 2.
So we went on a little tangent, but the main thing is we came up with our own individual, kind of like the macro keys. This is an original Tyredstar and Kevman strat for spamming EXP for not only you but your dinos as well. So with the old system, what me and Tyler used to do is we got a chemistry bench, and we made a farm. This is the main reason why we made the farm, and we got tons of narcotics, and then we would tons of narco berries. Put that in there. Put spoiled meat in, or put regular meat in a chest. Wait a day, get all that spoiled meat, put it in a fridge, and then just spam narcotics. And what you would do is you have one of your buddies get on a bird or whatever animal you want, and then have your companion make the narcotics. And narcotics are 1 EXP per narcotic, and you just spam those, and your bird gets shared EXP from your tribe member. Make sure you're in a tribe, very important. And they get shared EXP. And that was a really efficient, and still is a very efficient way to tame your dinos, or not tame, level up your dinos and your person.
So after you've bred them, after you get the 120 Rexes, you get on them, and the new way that I found, so the highest XP for
you
the class,
found, we found.
Okay, well I Googled it and found out. So anyway, so the number one way that we found for the resources, of course, there are a couple other things that are a little bit better, but for the resources, all you need is fiber, hide, and chitin. And you get the hide and chitin with your saber tooth, you get a nice sickle, and then you go get yourself some fiber, which is nothing. So
you can literally just go to the volcano. They have fiber there. They have the chitin and the hide.
Yeah.
So literally everything is at the volcano. So you just get tons of that.
You get crap tons of that. And then you go around and find one of the explorer notes, so you get 50% more XP. You take an enlightenment broth, so you get 100% more XP. So you're getting almost triple XP, almost triple XP. And then you just start making Argentava saddles. And Argentava saddles give the person 60 XP. So you double that to 120 plus another 50% on top of that. I'm not sure how it works out. I would say probably between 150 and 200 XP per RG saddle.
And that's insane. That's only 150 narcotics per one saddle.
Right.
And the main thing is Tyler figured out that the best, most efficient resource was the Argentava saddles. That was all him. That was all you. You did he did a crap ton of research on what items give the most EXP. I think he spent like 2 hours looking up all that crap too.
Yeah. And then the first thing was cooking pots, which was good. Yeah. And then there was narcotics, which we started out with, which was okay. Gunpowder was really good, but it's hard to get the charcoal without the forges. Yeah. It was just the RG saddles were amazing.
What we mainly did before the RG saddles was the narcotics, because that was the most efficient.
But it just takes so much time to get everything for that.
It just takes too much time. So then we switched to the RG saddles, and then I came up with even a more broken strategy. So what ended up happening was we were going to prep for the Brew Mother, and we wanted to have 10 Rexes, right? And we're like, getting these RG saddles is not going to happen for all 10 of these Rexes. It's just not fast enough, you know? It's not like the narcotics where it's like, the RG saddles take a lot longer. So I was like, what if we do this, Tyler? What if we give you a mind wipe potion?
And then we increase the 2K
crafting speed.
The 2K crafting speed was ridiculous.
Yes.
The only time anyone has ever leveled up crafting speed in the history of Ark.
So what we did if you're really high, if you're high level like us, right? RG saddles are good, but at the end of the day, it's not enough. And so what we did was you just make an enlightened, you can make an enlightened broths. You do all the things that we said before, but then you make one person take a mind wipe potion. The person who's crafting the RG tails makes the mind wipe potion. Make sure you have around, 800 weight or 700 weight?
I put it at 500. That was 5. Because you can actually hold triple. The humans can hold triple their weight. So they can actually hold 1,500 weight without moving.
So have around 500 weight, and then you dump everything else in crafting speed. And literally Tyler was every second making an RG saddle. And you just could ramp up so much EXP so fast. It's so nice.
If you want to guys do the RGs get 10%, or I think it's 10% of the XP I get. So say they get 150 XP from the Enlightenment Broth and the other thing. So if you pet the Leicester they get double XP on top of that. So they'll get 15 XP, and then they get the Leicester Sword double, so they get 30 XP per RG saddle, which is insane because they just get so much. I mean, I can make, and then you just make 20 per 30 second. You know, it takes a second per, so you get 20 of them going, and then you're just like, that's good. That's 50 levels.
You're literally like power leveling, and we got, I think, 10 Rexes, pretty high leveled, 150 plus, I would think.
It took us half an hour.
It took us half an hour. That just shows you 10 Rexes.
Rexes.
That's pretty insane.
Well, we did 5 Rexes, and well, no, we did 7 Rexes, and the first 3 Rexes were by narcotics. The first 3 took us 2 hours, and the other 7 took us 20 minutes.
Yes, so it just tells you just how dumb it is. So just remember, guys, Enlightenment Broth, Mind Wipe Potion, or Mind Wipe Recipe, and then
Explorer
lots of RG Saddles, and Explorer Note. And if you have all of that, you literally will just start. Your animals will be super high level, and the benefit too is that the human will also get a lot of levels.
Oh yeah,
like,
so he.
I am level 79, and Tyler is level 90, and I've been playing as much as Tyler, and he is literally 10 levels above me, and that is insane when you're talking about the high level stuff. So like high levels. So. And I mine a lot more than Tyler, but the XP is just redonk. So that's what we say for the number 1.
If you guys can't get the RG saddles or you can't get the stuff, seriously, just have a friend on an animal. If you're in the volcano base like we were, just have him go on the flyer and just have him sit next to you, and then that gives you a decent amount of XP as well.
Yeah, the only problem is if you don't. This is basically the only strategy that works to power leveling your animals. It can power level you really well, but to power level your animals, you just need another person.
No. You literally cannot power level animals without another person, because the only way shared XP works is if someone in your tribe is riding another animal you have. So you have to have another person. If you don't have another person, the only way is through combat. And you do not want to level up an RG or a Pterodon with combat. I mean, Rexes aren't that bad, but everything else, you're just like, you can't do it.
Yeah, I always want to, like, in every single one of these informative videos, I would like to tell you how to do it solo, because I know there's a lot of solo players out there, but this is one of the one things that it's just, you need to have another person. There's not really anything to get around that. I have tried to do, that, but it doesn't work. So I think the only thing you could do possibly when I was doing solo is you just are off the bird. You have a really high level weapon, and then you just almost kill the animal, and then you just let your animal kill it with the final, Brontos. You just make sure it's you can't almost kill it.
Either, because if you're riding it, I think it splits the XP between you and the animal.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
you don't ride it. You don't ride it. You have it just attack. Just have it on pass, or like have it on passive or whatever. Make sure the Bronto is almost dead, and then have it switch to attack your target, and then it will do the final blow, and then it'll get all the XP. That's really the only way to do it solo. It's very inefficient, though. Highly advised to not do it. If you have a friend that plays Ark, which most people do when you are playing Ark, just do this and you will have like 100.
Even ask like people are online. Like if you're doing like an official server, maybe not official server, but like a popular unofficial server, just do like, hey, who wants to be in my tribe and sit on my animal for 10 minutes while I make these RG saddles? I'll give you 200 metal or something, or I'll give you a K cementing paste or something. Whatever you have to do to pay them. But people are willing to. In unofficial servers, people are really nice, and I've seen a lot of people do that kind of stuff for each other.
All right, guys. Well, we wanted to save the best for last, which was number 1, which was the EXP. We are very proud of like how fast it really is. It is very insane. If you want us to show a tutorial for most of these tips, we'll probably have like a specific video covering that because there's just so much information. There's even more information. Like I have my eagle, which is not with me, that with painting and all that stuff. So
there's so many more in depth we can go with these videos. But just to keep this under 30 minutes, we're gonna stop there. And make sure you guys keep tune in for future ARC videos, and make sure you leave a comment below and see which ones you actually want us to extrapolate on. Maybe some other ideas you want us to know about. You know, whatever. Just let us know.
If there's anything that you guys want us to tell you about, we have so many hours in this game. We have a lot of experience. If there's a question you have about ARC, we probably will know about it, and if we don't know about it, we will look it up. So we are an ARC encyclopedia, as I would like to say, or the ARC Wikipedia, essentially.
ARCpedia.com.
Yes. The only reason why, if anyone is probably wondering, because in the video, which I know I would be wondering, why we have thatch foundation and there's no
this is a private server with a password. We'll see you guys in the next time for another exciting episode of HLwow.
HLwow. Ah!
All right, well, you wanted to shoot me first, so guys, this is what I do every day. This is my life. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. See ya.
What the heck? Swear to God, if you keep dying in there, I'm gonna kill you.